It is critical for all of us to remember this. In the absence of electoral reform, and I mean meaningful electoral reform, one that allows for independent candidacy, one. Two, that demands transmission of results from beavers to IREV, not at the discretion of INEC, but compulsory transmission. Diaspora voting. Those are the three legs of electoral reform that might make 2027 meaningful. In the absence of that, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Even with that, you still have to be vigilant. But in the absence of that, don't waste your time. You see the politicians moving from one party to the other. The political transfer season has commenced. But the only commodity in that market is you. Whilst they are busy uniting themselves, finding mega platform, forming party and alliances, you see the short devil of Kaduna trapezing up and down the place. You see, I'm sure you've seen Brother Atiku going on his pilgrimage to Aremu, Kwakwanso going up and down the place. All politicians doing their things. Their transfer season has opened. You, the commodities, find yourselves before it's too late. The only way you matter is if your vote counts. Your vote must count. Don't forget that. So I will see you next week. And I warned against what I then called the 2 horsemen of the apocalypse. So the truth of the matter is that there is nothing I want to say today that I had not said before. So unless I'm going to personalize the issues and render the truth subjective, there is nothing I'm going to say about Tinubu today that I did not say about Obasanjo yesterday, because the truth is the problems are systemic. They are not about persons. You might find the person of Tinubu less palatable than you found Obasanjo or Jonathan or maybe even Bubu. But it does not change the fact that these are systemic problems, and if you would address the systemic issues or deal with the system that has allowed this speedy descent into hell, if you would deal with that system, then surely it becomes possible to deal with the problems. So when I was speaking to how tired I have become about constantly speaking to the issues, it is because when you speak to the issues without speaking to the system, all you're doing is that you are bemoaning the fruits without dealing with the tree that is producing the fruits that you bemoan. If you do not deal with the system that has produced Bola Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu, it will produce something worse, regardless of who that person might be. It's about the system. We need to fix the system. And that is what I meant when I said we need to act. We've talked enough. It's time to act. But good morning, everybody. It's 10 o'clock now. And I do believe that we should now stick to the script. I just, I did my thing, I tested the mic. We've had about 5 minutes. If you have time later on, if you're just catching us, you might want to dial back later on and watch the bit that had come before. I merely just explained something I posted yesterday about my frustration with continuing to speak to the same issue And I believe that it is actually time to act instead of continuing to speak. It's becoming an echo chamber, and we're not going to get or achieve anything by continuing to speak without acting. I am hoping that by speaking to you, I'm preparing you for the action that must follow the speakings. So this morning, I want us to speak to a subject. I call it Nigeria's call. Obey? Yeah, I know they changed the anthem, so we're back to using the old. Okay, so we have the new old national anthem. But if you recall, the old one, it says, "Arise, O compatriots." Or is it patriots? Nigeria's call. Obey. You know, that phrase, Nigeria's call, obey, had always reminded me of when I was told that what the chant used to be was, "Apes, obey." Remember that? Apes, obey. Nigeria's call, obey. Who is Nigeria? What is Nigeria? Why must I obey the call of Nigeria? What has Nigeria done for me? What does Nigeria mean to me? Why have we all seriously, as a collective, serially disobeyed Nigeria's call? Why have we disobeyed its call, if not our call, or its call? Why have we disowned it? Who owns it if we don't? Because truth of the matter is, who obeys his call? But all right, let me not belabor that, but let that percolate in your thoughts. What right does Nigeria have to demand obedience? What right? I mean, if a father does not provide, he can hardly demand that the children for whom he does not provide or protect, the children he doesn't protect, for whom he does not provide, can hardly demand their obedience. Oh, wow. What right does Nigeria have to demand obedience? But let's leave that for a second. So, you see, I entered secondary school in 1978. And that was the year Nigeria decided, 1st of October, to abandon what is now the new national anthem. But just before they did, when we were on the school assembly ground at Fidelity Grammar School, yeah, they got that, Fidelity Grammar School. When we were in the assembly hall, I had this friend and classmate, Bode Akinyemi Ojugo. I don't know where he is now, wherever he is. God bless him. I remember him because it defined Nigeria for me in a manner that I didn't understand until I was about 16 years old. I was 10 years old at the time. Instead of singing Nigeria, we hail thee, but they will sing Nigeria, we hate thee. Yeah, those were Bode's words. I know as a fact I'm still in contact with a few old friends. I'm sure Shola Ogun is somewhere watching. He can confirm this. Every one of us knew back then. But he had improvised words for the whole new national anthem. But the one that sticks in my memory is the one where the opening line, instead of being Nigeria, we hail thee, became Nigeria, we hate thee. And the reality of the matter is that this exactly is the feeling that has come to define the engagement of the average Nigerian. Yoruba man, my culture, you have three options when the truth comes. When you are asked, is it that Benny? That is when they say Sojo Abeniko. That is either yes, or you say Beko, which is no, or you say Ironi. Benny speaks to you, affirming what you know to be the truth, standing behind what you know to be the truth, not what you feel, what you know. Experientially, you witnessed it. If you heard somebody else if somebody else told you, you must say, oh, Lagbaja and Lagbaja told me, and I believe the person. You don't even need to say you believe the person sometimes, depending on who the person is, if it requires reaffirmation within the society. If you say Beko, it means that you're saying, I am not sure. I can't speak to the truth of that thing. In fact, it is not true. But when you say irony, you are affirming that that thing is a lie. Each and every one of the persons who have achieved immortality on account of truth-telling, whether they be whites or black, Africans or Caucasian, or whatever their race might be, they would have to at some point decide to live by the truth. And if they must die by the truth, they stand behind that truth. They stand behind the truth in the knowledge that you cannot separate the truth from God. God is the truth. The immortal nature of the truth.
Dedicated anywhere he is today, just be smiling. And look at what I'm saying, look at how it's coming to pass, like a dream of the night. So, Yoruba leaders, they should sit down and have an emergency meeting. Where this rubbish is coming from should be tackled. Sharia law must not be allowed to work in Yoruba land. It's as simple as that. Sharia law must not come to pass, or else they are going to see Fulani domination. That's how they start. Under Buhari, so how they plan Ruga, water bill. All these things are just a plan to bring in Fulanis. And you saw one former APC, one of their members, Kao Baraje, said that they brought in militias from outside Nigeria because election against Jonathan then.
And now they come to stay.
Now, Muslim ticket, the same party. How now? Muslim ticket, they are going for Nigeria's member of Islamic countries. They even go for the conference. In our constitution, everything is Allah.
Everybody go on their separate way. That's why I tell you that God is regretting of his life. If Biafra will have gone there, Biafra will have been a Japan of Nigeria now. Biafra will have been a China of Nigeria. Whereby Nigeria, it will be easy for Nigeria to go to Japan, to Biafra land to get this.
But you're from the middle belt, because if someone is listening to you, they will be thinking that maybe you are an Igbo person. You are from the Middle Belt. Why you not say that if Biafrans have gone, they will be like Japan? What do you see?
Yes, of course. If Biafra will have gone, why I agitate that Nigeria should be restructured? Because if you remember vividly, when you interviewed me on this station, I told you that whether Buhari, whether Tinubu win, whether Obi win, whether Peter Obi win, they will not be changed, except they ready to do these two things. The two things is what? Restructure the country, or you divide Nigeria, let everybody go. If you bring an angel from heaven to come and rule this country like this, in this correct form, the angel cannot do anything. So what am I saying is that Biafra goes now, everybody will stand on his own. Every religion will fight it, not like the one we have now. Where it is some few states that are productive, other states are not productive. You go to Fulani, go to the north. Many states in the north, they are not productive, they are not doing anything. All they want is at the end of the month, they go to Abuja, they go and share the national cake. And that's why it says go to the north. They have lands, they cannot farm anymore. They are waiting because the money Lagos will make, the VAT of Lagos, the VAT of River, the VAT of South, the Yoruba land here, they will gather it, they will go and share it. They will fold their hand. That's why they not allow Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda to destroy their region, because they know at the end of the month, they see other resources they will share. So that's what I'm saying, that allow Biafra to go, so that everybody will sit up. This northern is not like monkey they walk, babu they chop, my brother. Enough is enough. Yes, I'm a middle bed, and I'm supporting the Biafra to go. If Biafra go, it will even help us the middle bed, because we stand on our own. We feed Nigeria, we produce 70% of what Nigeria consumes as a food. But yet we are not regard. We have been pushed aside and say we don't have what it takes to be on our own in this country. As I speak to you now, thank God for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who have begun to acknowledge what we the middle belt start from. Maybe probably because what happened in the election, where we anonymously stood with Peter Obi, we proved that middle belt is not a pushover. Where we deliver Nasarawa to Peter Obi, we deliver almost Benue to Peter Obi, if not by way of this, the APC collected it. We did other states, with other states, two states to Peter Obi, and maybe Bola Ahmed Tinubu come in and say, you know what, I cannot push these people over. What the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come, he came and he compensated us with one of the biggest seats, which is the seat of SGF, Secretary of the Federation, which is Akume, is holding that postcard.
And I've always been telling people, Nigeria is a conspiracy. There seems to be a conspiracy against Nigerians by the politicians, the civil servants, religious leaders, traditional rulers. Look at that IBB gathering. The so-called would have thought that they were saying fight for democracy, we love MK Abiola. Look at it. No wonder one of MK's sons said that Yoruba people killed my father. I mean, he's right. Because look at Yoruba men sitting down with someone that annulled the election. Even that man refused to take responsibility. He said it was Abacha. That means, if you say it was Abacha, that means you were not in charge of your government. That's an indictment of IBB himself. How can you say it was Abacha that annulled or that made that election result not to be counted? It is exactly the same thing. Oh, we formed Adeco. After all of them, they went to be visiting Abacha secretly to seek for appointments. They betrayed MK Abiola, his own people. I always tell Nigerians, your biggest enemy most times are from your tribe. Stop looking outside for a problem. Most times your tribesmen, most times your tribesmen that are betraying you. Look at the so-called other people that you also are hailing nowadays. I know that these people, they are betrayers. They betrayed MK Abiola. Now, Ofiwosu is dead. That man should be given a national recognition. Ofiwosu conducted the freest and the fairest election in Nigeria. Even at gunpoint, he kept on announcing the results. That such a man should be applauded. The same way.
But this is not what IBB said.
I said the same way Professor Inanati should be applauded in Abia State. The woman said on TV that I was bribed, I was threatened, I'm going to announce the rightful winner, which she announced because she was a lady. She announced Alex Otti as Abia State governor. When you announce the rightful people, things is not going well. Look at how that man has been trying his best to perform in Abia State. It's the same thing. Ofiwosu who stood his ground was announcing the winner. He was not afraid. He was not dejected. He mentioned that this person is leading, let me keep announcing until there was a competition. Such a man should be given national honor. The same way Mr. Nati should be made, for example, INEC chairman. People like Professor Igini. Such people should be made INEC, but no, look at people that have been made chairman. in INEC, something, just phantoms of useless English, technical glitch in election, that Nigerians want.
Measures were all disallowed. They killed all of them. The then military head of state, General Aguironsi, was killed in Ibadan on his state visit to Colonel Fajuyi. They killed Colonel Fajuyi too. His host fought for him. Aguironsi, his host, told Gowon